The rain didn't fall gently. It came down like Lagos had something personal against the city. Thunder rolled across the sky like an impatient landlord banging on the door. By at 5:42 a.m., Mile 12 was buzzing. Hawkers sprinting through puddles, bus conductors leaning out of Danfos, shouting routes nobody cared about, and the aroma of burnt Accra blending with the damp earth. Lagos was awake. And I was standing under the pedestrian bridge holding the brown envelope that carried everything I had left of myself. My fingers were shaking. Maybe from the cold, maybe from fear. Inside the envelope were my passport photos, a CV I had edited 100 times, and a recommendation letter I prayed would be the bridge between who I was and who I wanted to become. Today's interview felt like the one-shot God himself scheduled for me. But my bank app showed 312 Nigerian nairas. Even the app seemed ashamed. I stepped away from the bridge, whispering calculations in my head. Walk to Ohoda, then hope for a cheaper bus. Or beg. Or gamble on luck. I took 2 steps into the rain, and the envelope slipped from my hand like destiny playing a joke. It hit the ground with a soft slap, paper immediately soaking, ink beginning to bleed. I froze. The street noise faded. All I heard was my heartbeat and the rain erasing my life on paper. I knelt down, picking it up with hands that couldn't stop shaking. The ink smudged across my palm. Someone brushed past me, muttering something about blocking the road. People rushed around me like I was invisible, like a boy with a soaked envelope wasn't fighting for his existence. Then a calm, warm voice behind me said, "Guy, why your file day cry?" I turned. A man around his mid-30s, tall, umbrella steady above his head, white shirt too clean for Mile 12. His face held that Lagos mix of sharpness and softness. He pointed at the envelope like it was a bleeding wound. "You day-go interview like this." I tried to look composed. "It's fine. I'm fine." He smiled slightly. "Your envelope don't soak. Your face don't fall, and your spirit day shout help. A beg no lie give me." The honesty in his tone cut through me. I exhaled. 6. I don't have transport. He looked me up and down quickly. "Enter." My confusion must have been loud because he added, "It's okay. You go day safe." I hesitated. Lagos has taught everyone caution. He noticed. "Look, if I wanted to kidnap you, I no-go carry Corolla. Enter before this rain reset your destiny." I laughed despite myself. That laugh carried me into the car. The AC hit my skin like deliverance. He passed me a clean cloth. "Try wipe the envelope small. E don't see war today." "Thank you," I muttered. "My name is Tade," he said, adjusting the rearview mirror. "Wedding be your own story." Something about him made honesty easy. I told him everything. Graduating top of my class. Sending CVS like I was throwing stones into an ocean. Landlords giving me grace I didn't deserve. Surviving on freelance design jobs that paid late or never. Today being the only interview I'd gotten in months. The fear that maybe Lagos had swallowed me whole. He listened like he was absorbing the weight of every word. Not pity, attention. Real attention. As we drove into 6, the traffic parted like the city knew something divine was happening. He stopped right in front of the office building. "Before you go," he said quietly, "no allowed desperation show. Even if everything day scatter for your hand, let them see the fire for your eyes." I nodded, breath shaky. "And if they ask for the soaked paper?" "Smile," he said. "Tell them rain no fit kill destiny." Inside the building, I felt a strange kind of courage. The reception smelled of citrus and new furniture. The pain lists were stern, the kind that look like they swallow nervous applicants for breakfast. But every answer I gave felt grounded. I spoke about my skills, my dreams, my discipline, my vision. The soaked, smudged letter didn't matter. They were listening to me, not the ink. When I walked out, exhausted but hopeful, my mouth fell open. Tade was leaning against his car. Still waiting. Still calm. Still present. You're still here. He shrugged. I no get anywhere we day more important than seeing how this ends. I told him everything. He grinned like a proud older brother. Good. Now, let's go fix your CV properly. And get fresh copies. And buy proper brown envelopes. And shoe polish. You can't be carrying destiny like nylon. Why are you doing all this for me? I asked. His eyes softened. 15 years ago, I was you. Sleeping under Oberland Bridge. Hungry. Broke. Wet. A man gave me transport money. No lecture. No conditions. He even paid for my first graphics training. One stranger changed my life. I've been paying the debt to humanity ever since. The city seemed quieter around us, like Lagos itself paused to listen. Over the next days, he coached me on interviews, polished my portfolio, connected me with people, taught me things it would have taken years to learn alone. A week later, my phone rang. It was the company. The HR lady said my confidence stood out. My story stood out. My resilience stood out. I stood out. I stepped outside, breathing the evening air of Lagos like it was the sweetest thing God ever made. I texted Tade, I got the job. He replied instantly, good. Now it's your turn. Don't waste the blessing. Lagos is tough, but humans shouldn't be. And that was the beginning of everything. Of purpose. Of a mission. Of a channel dedicated to the little miracles happening quietly between strangers in Lagos, under the rain, on the road, inside buses, at bus stops, in markets, in offices, in the hearts of people who choose kindness even when the city chooses chaos. Good wins when we choose it. And sometimes, all it takes is one stranger in the rain. If this story moved you, even a little, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more Lagos stories that remind you goodness still lives here. In people, in choices, in moments, and in the rain.